Well, not every day is a stress-free or low-stress type of trading day. In fact, most are not. But when it happens, it's the best thing ever. Today was one of those days. 2 trades, low stress, hardly any drawdown, straight to targets, up a little under $8,000, and just love these types of days. So we're going to dive into the recap from today's stream. The streams happen every day, market open, on my main channel, Trades by Matt. So make sure you come watch these live over there. And if not, make sure you subscribe to this channel because these recaps happen every day. Let's dive into it. Yo, good morning. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. Not only is it hump day, it's a special day. Why? Because your boy's AC got fixed. Let's go. It's 65 in here and it feels freaking amazing. Don't ask me why I just whipped. I don't know. I'm just in a freaking good mood. I'm wearing a hoodie. It's 65. It feels good. It's not 93 in here right now. And the markets got selling off a little bit. We got some movement. We got VIX sitting at 14.15 so far. $14.15, 15 cents, 15 cents. I don't know. Selling off. We're down 0.91% on the day. This is what the daily looks like. I'd be interested in like a rotation to 690, 70 points lower. Be kind of interesting. We're obviously pressing new overnight lows right now. We're below VWAP, but we're below yesterday's value area low. All of those things to me consider more downside. That being said, whenever we're 0.9% up or down, up or down for that matter, typically you have a little bit of an inventory correction off the open. And I would not be shocked to see us have a little bit of a retrace pump. Normally not massively big, but I would not be shocked to see it happen at all. As people get out of their net short positions, etc., into the open. As long as we're below VWAP and value area low, I'm inclined to think a little bit more downside. That obviously changes if we rotate all the way to 690. That volume I was talking about on the daily level, and we get a ton of buyers there, for instance, then I'd be okay with fading the move. I'll be waiting 15 minutes as always, just kind of see what's going on here, see if we do continue the sell-off or not. I'll be watching Delta to kind of see what it looks like in the next couple of after the open, just so we can kind of get a read on what Delta looks like today. If we're selling off while Delta's going up, it's not necessarily a great thing on the slow grind into levels. So news-wise, we've got noon, and that's it. Tomorrow, 7:30, we got jobless claims. And then Friday, we have PCE. And PMI as well on Friday. And end of month. Everything is heavy until it's not, in my opinion. So be watching for, at least for me, I'll be watching for heaviness, right? And go with the way that everything else is rotating. Not going to be shocked if we pump a little bit into the open and a little after the open. And see kind of what happens. How was the office space? Sick. Honestly sick. I think markets are open. Yeah, it looked really good. Floor plan was good. Price is good. Now it's just about like figuring out exactly what we want to get done, like what work we want to get done to the office, like any layout changes that we want. And me and Julia need to figure out kind of like the vision of the layout, because like we get like an architect included in it for moving walls around and stuff if needed as like part of the concessions, because I'm just gonna lease it. I'm not buying it. And this is that open pump I was talking about, by the way. So yeah, that's the inventory correction. I'm losing my train of thought. This is the inventory correction that I was talking and referencing and talking about pre-market. That's exactly what I was talking about. Open pump. The office seems to be like it's got good options. The current tenant leaves August 1st or something like that, maybe. So realistically, like we couldn't get in there before like October, realistically. Which at that point, it's like maybe just wait for like a 1/1/2025 open. That's a TBD. But definitely probably 6 months out at a minimum. Liquidity still looks good to the upside a little bit. But yeah, I'm pumped on it. But man, I was watching a video from S&B Capital yesterday. This is the one I was watching. From S&B Capital. It's Lance, obviously. And it was like a 43-minute video of him kind of talking about a lot of stock stuff that like doesn't necessarily apply to us. However, the concepts still apply to us. I thought it was pretty good, but he was talking about at the beginning of the video, he was talking about pods and like how everybody kind of needs like a trading, like you need a trading community if you want to be a good trader, which that's part of the reason why I started this, is like I wanted to be surrounded by traders in a virtual world, right? Because I don't know any traders in real life. It was getting me excited for The Office. I was watching it last night and I just was like, damn, like I'm getting really excited to have The Office, even if it's one person who comes in who's motivated as shit and is grinding hard and wants to be accountable and wants to like continuously improve on metrics and things like that. It'll all be worth it. And it was getting me freaking hyped for the office space, basically. Just like taking those same concepts that he was talking about that made him so good and just like rotating that into like my own life, obviously. So yeah, all that to say is got me hyped. All right, pushing that liquidity at 820s that we've been talking about for a while. We got VWAP at 830. Delta's looking okay, not fantastic by any means, but I think this inventory correction to the upside is still going well. Wednesday, May 29th, dad joke of the day. What's a vampire's favorite ship? A blood vessel. I'm interested in this untested wick, potentially down at 20s, maybe a 25-point pool. But something like that would be pretty interesting to me. Pretty aggressive. Kind of, I don't think it happens, but if we get down there, I'd be interested in it for sure. We had some sellers come through off the highs at 50. Definitely still feels grindy. Definitely has got a lot of liquidity higher. This type of stuff makes me think that market wants to trade higher. So I'm trying to get long, enjoying the 1 minute trend and trade into this juice up here. But I personally am also a fan of not buying right at the highs. Okay, little slap into VWAP after a nice rip up. Like buying this after a nice rip is a little sketchy. I don't know how many orders was that if someone's got a footprint up. Like we have a little bit of heavy delta here. I'm still interested in this wick test buy though, or untested wick buy, I should say. 401. Sick. Trying to decide if I still want it. I think I do. Unless it goes up to my target, in which case I no longer do. We still got some juice. All right, I'm out. I missed it by a tick. What can you do? It did exactly what I wanted it to do. It was a perfect, I mean, it would have been a literal no tick or no drawdown 10-point target trade, but I didn't get filled. Yeah, this looks grindy right now, but just chopping 10 points of VWAP is kind of tough. All right, dude, it feels like we popped this. It's just entries are tough. Volume and value area high 30s could be interesting. 32, something like that could be kind of interesting. We got 13 minutes till IB is formed. We got a little bit of juice down below. 50 block at 34 is kind of just hanging out there. We got size above still, obviously. Sea of green, look at the candle, the red candle, right? Buyers are still looking good. Value area high, volume 30s. All things that I'm looking at that I think look decent. All right, I'm in. And I'm out. There you go. That's 10 points on the Nasdaq there. 39.20 across the board. 10 points across my 20 accounts. $3,920 there. Low stress trade, easy trade. All the good things that I like in a trade. We had Delta looking solid, right? Delta's trend up, trajectory looking up. We had some ligmas in there as well, Delta divergences, but overall Delta was looking solid. I'd buy volume at 30s, the volume well on the histogram, right? Volume, value area high, and then another area of confluence there is just looking at the 1 minute chart, sea of green, look for the red candle, right? I'm hesitant to use the OB word because ICT is actually here, but if ICT wasn't here, I'd probably say it, so I'll just go ahead and say it now. My version of an order block. No offense. I know I'm misusing it, calling it not the right thing or whatever, but whatever. But there you go. That's my version of the order block. So yeah, order block, volume, value area high, delta, done. The idea behind it, and again, I'm just gonna get into my own interpretations here because why not, right? The idea behind why this trade is interesting to me and why I say the sea of green, look for the one red candle, right? Is that price obviously cared for some reason to stop here or to pause here. And so if it continued up and then we roll over, if price paused here once, it's like a very, very small level support, right? Or resistance, whatever you want to call it. But like we stopped here once, it was enough to pause a nice move and then to continue a nice move. So if we're coming back down, it's probably enough to pause a nice move or pause a continued move to the downside. You know what I mean? I mean, we might push that a little bit. Delta's a little heavy. I'm gonna get long off of that. Little hammer at the bottom of the range. Stop for me is pretty simple there. Of breaks the prior low. Really, it's this. It needs to sweep. If it sweeps all of it, I'm out, right? And then targeting back to IB and top of the range. But if I'm going to get an opportunity to long the bottom of the short-term range off a hammer, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and move this to break even just for some sanity. Okay, nice. That's another 10-pointer there. Brings me to $7,840 on the day. 10 points across every account. After commissions, it's $8 per account, so that's why it's a little under 400. But 7,840 off of 2 trades. Very low stress today. Obviously, not every day is low stress. I love trading days that are low stress. Today was low stress. Both trades were fast. First trade was under a minute, and this one was probably around a minute also, maybe a little less. And both ran right up to 10 points. I love a little volatility, man. A little volatility is so good for the soul. I feel like it's been a while since I had like a true $400 like stream. Stopping it on there. Maybe we should listen to the song on our way out, yeah?
In the streets of Wall Street where the big boys play, there's a man named TBM. He's living day by day. He's a Nasdaq trader rising through the ranks with his savvy skills and his money in the banks. He wakes up every morning before the rooster crows, puts on his suit and tie, ready for the highs and lows. He's got a secret skill that's making people frown, 'cause while they're losing money, he's always holding it down. He's TBM, the Nasdaq king, making $400 every morning while haters hate and naysayers jeer. He's counting his money, grinning ear to ear.
You know, this song is actually, this song is not super applicable anymore. While haters hate and naysayers jeer, it seems that everybody is moved over to the copy trading world on multiple accounts and is now talking about it and promoting it. So the words of the song are not as they don't hit as hard anymore since it seems everybody is now doing this, and they realize that it's not as bad as they thought it was. I'll leave it at that.